Dear children, so now we are going to start with the second part of the story Black Aeroplane. Paris Control, Paris Control, can you hear me? There was no answer. The radio was dead too. I had no radio, no compass, and I could not see where I was. I was lost in the storm. Then, in the black clouds quite near me, I saw another aeroplane. So, what the writer is telling you here that he had continuously been trying to contact with Paris Control. He had continuously been trying to contact with the flight control Paris, but he was not getting any response from there. He had completely been lost in the storms. There was no answer. The radio was dead too. So his radio was also not working. That is what you have been told here, that neither his radio was working nor his compass. And I could not see where I was. He was also not able to get any information regarding where and what his location was. He was not able to have any information regarding his whereabouts. And further, he says that he had completely been lost in the storm. And then there was something quite miraculous that happened over there. In the black clouds quite near me, I saw another aeroplane, and then he saw another aeroplane, and that was really a great support for him. So that is what you have been told here, children, कि राइटर जब उस स्टॉर्म में खो गया तो वो पेरिस कंट्रोल से मदद मांगने की कोशिश कर रहा था, लेकिन पेरिस कंट्रोल से उसे कोई जवाब नहीं मिल रहा था. उसका रेडियो भी डेड हो चुका था, उसका कंपास भी काम नहीं कर रहा था, वो ये जान ही नहीं पा रहा था कि वो कहाँ है. चारों तरफ कंप्लीट डार्कनेस थी और तभी उसको उस स्टॉर्म के बीच में एक ब्लैक एरोप्लेन नजर आया, एक दूसरा एरोप्लेन नजर आया, और ये एक तरीके से बहुत बड़ा सपोर्ट था राइटर के लिए. By now, children, you have been given the information that the pilot of Dakota had completely been lost in the storm, and he had just not been getting any kind of response. He had just not been getting any kind of reply, even from the Paris control. Neither his radio was working nor his compass. So now he had completely lost all his hopes. And then, mysteriously, there was the appearance of a black aeroplane that had been guiding the pilot of Dakota through the storm. So here, the pilot of Dakota has been giving a bit of description of that mysterious plane. It had no lights on its wings. So generally, whenever a plane has been flying, it has got its transponder lights switched on. So the lights on the wings are referring to the transponder lights, but there wasn't any transponder lights illuminating on the wings of the मिस्टीरियस प्लेन. कि ये जो मिस्टीरियस प्लेन था इसकी विंग्स पर ट्रांसपॉन्डर लाइट नहीं जल रही थी. विंग्स पर जो लाइट जलती हैं उनको ट्रांसपॉन्डर बोलते हैं, वो एक तरीके का सिग्नल होती हैं, लेकिन ऐसी कोई भी ट्रांसपॉन्डर लाइट इस मिस्टीरियस प्लेन के विंग्स पर नहीं जल रही थी. But I could see it flying next to me through the storm. But it was quite evident that the mysterious plane had come with an intention to help the pilot of Dakota, and that is why continuously it had been flying beside the Dakota. I could see the pilot's face turned towards me, and the pilot's face, the face of the pilot of the mysterious plane had been turned towards the pilot of Dakota, and it had been giving gestures, it had been giving him indications as if it wanted to help him out. He lifted one hand and waved, "Follow me," he was saying. So, the pilot of the mysterious plane, he lifted his hand and he gave an indication, "Follow me," to the pilot of Dakota. He knows that I am lost, I thought. He is trying to help me. So, from his expressions, it was quite evident that he had known that the pilot of Dakota was lost in the storm. And it was clear that he had been trying to help him out. कि आपको क्या बताया गया कि डेकोटा का पायलट तो स्टॉर्म में खो गया था और तभी वहां पर एक मिस्टीरियस प्लेन का अपीयरेंस होता है जिसकी ट्रांसपॉन्डर लाइट्स भी नहीं जल रही होती हैं, और उसका पायलट राइटर की तरफ, सॉरी, उसका पायलट डेकोटा के पायलट की तरफ कंटिन्यूअसली देख रहा होता था और उसको इंडिकेशन दे रहा है कि फॉलो मी, कि मेरे पीछे आओ, और इस तरीके से वो इसको स्टॉर्म से बाहर निकाल ले जाता है. तो उसको देखने से ये लगता है कि पूरी तरीके से वो डेकोटा के पायलट की हेल्प करने के लिए ही आया था. He turned his aeroplane slowly to the north in front of my Dakota so that it would be easier for me to follow him. So, what you have been told here, children, that the mysterious plane had continuously been guiding the Dakota. I was very happy to go behind the strange aeroplane like an obedient child. So, the pilot of Dakota had been following the commands of the mysterious plane like an obedient child. Very obediently, he had been giving him a follow. That is what you have been told up to here.
After half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there in front of me in the clouds. So continuously, for more than half an hour, the strange plane had been flying ahead of the Dakota, just in order to provide it a guideline as to how to come out of the storm. तो आपको क्या बताया गया कि राइटर सॉरी पायलट जो डेकोटा उड़ा रहा है वो कंटिन्यूअसली उस स्ट्रेंज एरोप्लेन को फॉलो कर रहा था एक ओबीडियंट चाइल्ड की तरह और वो मिस्टीरियस प्लेन लगातार डेकोटा के आगे आगे उड़ रहा था कि ताकि वो उसको स्टॉर्म से बाहर निकाल सके उसने अपने एरोप्लेन को नॉर्थ की तरफ टर्न किया कि ताकि डेकोटा का पायलट उस प्लेन को देख सके प्रॉपरली और वो उसको फॉलो करता जा रहा था और आधे घंटे से भी ज्यादा का टाइम हो चुका था लेकिन अभी भी वो मिस्टीरियस प्लेन डेकोटा के आगे आगे उड़ रहा था ये बात आपको बताई गई But then he started to go down, and I followed through the storm. So the pilot of the Dakota says here that the mysterious plane had started landing, and he had still been giving him a follow. Suddenly, I came out of the clouds and saw two long straight lines of lights in front of me. It was a runway. So the pilot tells you here, the pilot of the Dakota tells you here that ultimately he had been able to reach to the airport as he was able to witness the lights on the runway. I was safe. I turned to look for my friend in the black aeroplane. So now he was curious about the pilot of the black aeroplane that had guided him through. But the sky was empty. So still the sky was empty. There was nothing there. The black aeroplane was gone. And I could not see it anywhere. So ultimately the mysterious plane had been disappeared. And now there wasn't anything there in the sky. So he was very much surprised. तो ये डेकोटा का पायलट आपको बता रहा है कि धीरे धीरे करते करते वो मिस्टीरियस प्लेन जो है उसने लैंड करना शुरू किया और ये उसको अभी भी फॉलो कर रहा था ये उसको अभी भी एक चेज दे रहा था और इस तरीके से इसको अपने सामने एयरपोर्ट की लाइट्स दिखाई दी और ये बहुत खुश था और ये सेफ लैंड कर गया फिर इसने उस मिस्टीरियस प्लेन के बारे में जानने की कोशिश की उसको इधर उधर देखा तो वो आसमान में कहीं भी नहीं था I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota near the control tower. I went and asked the woman in the control center where I was and who the other pilot was. I wanted to say thank you. So the pilot of Dakota says here that as soon as he landed on the airport, he just straight away walked to the control tower and he wanted to find out his own location and he wanted to find out the identity of the pilot who had helped him through. The purpose behind visiting the control tower was to inquire about the identity of the mysterious pilot and to say him thank you. He just wanted to convey his thankfulness to the pilot who had helped him out. कि वो उसको thank you देना चाहता था इस वजह से वो directly control tower में गया प्लेन के लैंड होने के बाद वहां उसने अपनी लोकेशन को पूछा और उस पायलट के बारे में पूछा जिसने उसकी मदद की थी और इस तरीके से उसका मकसद जो है इसके पीछे अपनी थैंकफुलनेस शो करना था उस मिस्टीरियस पायलट को जिसने उसकी मदद की थी
She looked at me very strangely and then laughed. Another aeroplane? Up there in the storm, no other aeroplane were flying tonight. Yours was the only one I could see on the radar. So, who helped me to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio and without any more fuel in my tanks? Who was the pilot on the strange black aeroplane flying in the storm without lights? So, here the pilot tells you that as soon as he started inquiring about the mysterious plane, as soon as he started inquiring about the pilot of the mysterious plane, the woman in the control center laughed and she informed the pilot that there wasn't any other plane flying that night. No other plane were flying that night. Yours was the only one, that the Dakota was the only plane that had been flying that night. So now it was really very strange for the pilot of the Dakota to guess it out who the other pilot was who had been flying along with him and who had been able to help him land safe without compass or radio or even without fuel in his petrol tank. Who was the pilot on the strange black aeroplane? So that is what the pilot of Dakota was worried about. Who that strange black aeroplane pilot was, flying in the storm without lights. So who that person was, who that pilot was who had been flying without lights. कि आपको क्या बताया जा रहा है कि जब वो कंट्रोल सेंटर में जा करके वहाँ पे उसने उस स्ट्रेंज प्लेन के पायलट के बारे में पूछा तो वो लेडी जो कंट्रोल टावर में थी वो हंसने लगी उसने कहा कि दूसरा प्लेन तो वहाँ कोई था ही नहीं उस दिन तो केवल आपका प्लेन उड़ रहा था आई कुड सी इट ऑन द रेडार, और रेडार पे किसी दूसरे प्लेन का सिग्नेचर नहीं है। तो अब पायलट जो डेकोटा उड़ा रहा था उसके लिए सबसे बड़ी कंफ्यूजन की सिचुएशन ये थी कि वो कैसे जान पाए कि आखिर वो कौन सा पायलट था जिसने उसकी मदद की, जिसने उसको बिना रेडियो, बिना कंपास के और यहाँ तक कि बिना पेट्रोल के भी सेफ लैंड करवा दिया। तो अब इस बात को सोच सोच करके वो काफ़ी परेशान हो रहा था।